My first few weeks on campus were probably similar to most people, the 3-week honeymoon stage. So I came in and was in love with PLU. I was so excited to be here. I probably called my parents every now and then, but really was way into PLU. And then I hit this stage after 3 weeks at PLU where I was so confused as to how I got here and why I was here. I missed home. I'm from Colorado, so I was like, I'm way too far away from everything I know. All my friends aren't here, my parents aren't here, the community organizations I was a part of aren't here. So it was a stage where I was very lost, but I got over that. I went home for Thanksgiving and realized that home isn't always the best place to be, and that this PLU is a really good place to stretch you, to help you grow, you know, everything that college is supposed to do. But I think it took me a while to get to there, so it was definitely a process, and I think to this day is still a process. You like PLU on some days, you want to be home on other days, but as long as you just embrace where you're at, I think that's the most important thing.
I think that the one thing that first years are most worried about is finding someone to eat with for dinner and lunch and stuff like that. And that can be stressful if you feel like you don't have anyone to hang out with or go to meals with. But I found a pretty good group of friends the first week I was here, and we just sort of stuck together and did a bunch of stuff together. So my first weeks were really successful. I felt like I was really a part of the community, and it didn't take too long to feel comfortable being at PLU.
And I've always been involved like in high school and everything, so coming here the first few weeks and not knowing who I was gonna see, who were gonna be my professors, who was gonna be in my class, was I even gonna know anybody here? I think that was the toughest thing in the few weeks of class.
I did get homesick a couple times, more towards the end of the year, because I think when you're first here, at least for me, I was so excited about being here that I didn't get homesick too much at the beginning because there were all these new things happening and I was on my own for the first time and able to do whatever I wanted to do, and so I didn't really get homesick until the end of the year. And then when I did get homesick, I think it helped to call home, but also to just get involved and go to events and hang out with people, because the best way to not be homesick is to get involved on campus and forget about the fact that you're homesick. So.
Yeah, I got so homesick that my first semester at PLU, I thought about transferring back to a state school back home because it was too far away, too many unknowns. But again, I think that's how it goes. You get homesick, and then eventually you realize that this is home. This is a place that you can call home, and it's. I definitely struggled with that at first. My roommate always said, "Oh, I'm coming home," as she was coming to our room in Foss, and I was like, "This isn't home. This is a room full of junk. Like, this is not home." But then you realize as you meet friends and professors and you make connections with people and you grow, both academically but also just in every other way. You join clubs and organizations. This does become home, and so now it's weird. I go home for a couple weeks during the summer, home as in Colorado, and by the end I'm homesick for PLU.
Going and doing stuff with friends if I miss my friends, going out for like coffee or something, or getting involved in like wing events in the residence halls, or just going out to the things that PLU kind of provides just for fun.
I would recommend that students get involved. Don't sulk, don't stay in your room, don't isolate yourself, because that doesn't help. If you're not getting involved and you're not meeting people, then PLU is not home. It's not a place where you can call home, because it's the people, I think, that make a place a home. So get involved, sulk for a while. It's okay to watch a sad movie or to call your best friends or write letters, but at some point you have to disconnect from that, and you have to say, this is the place that I'm at. I'm at PLU, I'm at school, I'm here, and this is where I'm going to focus my attention.